To copy lessons to multiple classes, in the case that you teach multiple periods of the same class, there are a few different options. So as you can see here, this teacher teaches 4 periods of science. And for the most part, activities are going to be the same every day in all the classes. So if you plan a lesson in one class, you have a few options for how to copy it to your other classes. The first option is to use the copy multiple feature, which is clicking on the little edit button and saying copy multiple. When you copy multiple, what you want to do is you're adding a copy here. Right now you have the lesson on the 8th for 4th period science. So this is a copy that you want for 5th period science. If you want it in your other classes, if you add more copies, you can add it to 7th period science. If you leave this checked, you'll have 2 copies in one period, so make sure you uncheck that. And then you can add another copy here to your last period class and say save. So you have a copy in each period. Now, in this lesson, I've chosen to post the objective, the activities, the classwork, and the homework to the class calendar. So if I look in my classes, I have the homework, the classwork, and inside the lesson, I have the standard, the objective, and the activities I decided to post as part of the lesson. You'll notice though that those things did not get transferred to the 5th, 7th, and 8th when I copied within Lesson Planner. So if you want those things to post as well in all these other classes, then you need to go back to My Lessons, and then for each class, you need to go to Reschedule, and you'll notice in Reschedule that none of these are checked. So if I checked the things that I wanted for the other class and said Finish, you'll notice that that's the same as what's posted in 4th period. Then if I go to my classes, then I can see that those are posted there. And then I have to do the same for 7th and the same for 8th. That's one way to do it. What I would think would be the easier way is I'm just going to go through and delete these and get rid of these because there's I want to clear them out for the other way to do this. Is to go back in my lessons. I'm actually not even going to keep these because I know that I'm teaching the same thing. And in essence, I could rename this just science plans, because if I'm submitting lessons, there's really no need to submit 4 of the same lesson because it's very apparent that I'm doing the same thing each day in each class. Now that I've just planned this one and posted this one to the class calendar, if I go back to my classes, just like every other event, I can go into the homework event here, and in this area, I can choose to copy it just like I do for other events. Copy that to the other period. So now I'll have that. I'll do the same thing with lesson. And I'll do the same thing with classwork. Now I have the same thing for each period. And if I edit these, they all edit within each other and they stay the same. If I go back to my lessons and edit the lesson's only going to change in the 4th period class because that's the only place it's posting to. So if you do go back and edit this lesson, it will not edit in these others. You'll have to recopy and repost it. So those are the 2 options. Although they aren't ideal, They are solutions for now until changes can be made within eChalk.